Hello and welcome to one of my C# tutorials where you can see in this video we're going to be doing some if statement tasks, and this is one of them. But before I do, please remember to hit that like button below the video, click that subscribe button and spread my channel far and wide. So without further ado, I'm going to go into some basic if statement tasks, such as this one. I'm going to go through how we get to this point. So, what we need to do is, nice simple one here, write a C# program that asks the user for their age. If they're 18 or older, tell them you can vote. So it's a nice simple if statement task to start with. So, what we need is int age, and we're going to have console.writeLine. I'm going to say enter your age. If, however, you don't know if statements at this point or understand the content, please refer to my previous video, which is below this video. Okay? But anyway, we've got the integer variable called age, and we've got a console.writeLine asking the user to enter their age. What we're going to do now is we're going to do age equals, and the statement we needed was, based on that, we need to do convert to int 32. Then we're going to do console.readLine and another set of brackets. So that's what we've got. So now we need if age is greater than or equal to 18. Set of brackets, we're going to do a console.writeLine and say you can vote. Okay, so let's run this program and we're going to see what it's going to be doing. So we're going to enter our age. I'm going to enter 18. 16, nothing's there because it's not met the condition. So I'm going to try 18 because it's equal to 18. If it's greater than or equal to 18, it's going to print out you can vote. Let's run that again. So it's going to ask us to enter our age. So I'm going to enter an age like 28 because it's over 18. It's going to say you can vote. So that is our code working like a charm. So we're going to apply more of these in the upcoming tasks, which looks like this, but it's going to be for another scenario. So let's have a look at what the next task is. We need to write a C# program that will ask the user to enter a password. If they enter let me in, display the message access granted. So this is how we do it. We would need a string, and we're going to call that password, and that's going to equal to nothing. Okay? Don't worry if there's the orange line there because it's not been used yet. So we're going to have console.writeLine, enter a password. And there we go. So we're going to have password equals convert to string. Then we have console.readLine, another set of brackets. So the idea is, reason why that's wrong there because I haven't put the semicolon at the end of that line. So in C# we always need a semicolon, otherwise it's syntactically wrong, and if you get a syntax error, that's an example of a syntax error, means your program won't work. But anyway, the way we do an if statement is the same. So it's if, this time we're going to have password. So if password is equal to, so we're using the equal to relational operator, and we're going to do quotes, and we're going to say let me in. And then we're going to do console.writeLine and say access granted. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to press run, And yes, it will take a while. So I'm going to enter password. So I'm going to say, let me in, access granted. If, however, I was to type in something else, even a let me in with a capital M, nothing. So it has to be exactly as the string. We have to type in that let me in, otherwise the condition's not going to be true. So that is task 2. So that's task 2 there. Task 3, we need to create a program from this flowchart. So there's 2 ways of writing algorithms. So an algorithm is a set of instructions, and the way we can write algorithms is pseudocode, which is plain English, which we can transfer to any programming language, or we can do a more visual version called a flowchart. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a program based on this flowchart. So we need 2 integer variables, so int num1 and num2. Then we're going to have console.writeLine. We're going to have enter a number. And I'm going to have num1 equals convert to int 32, and then we're going to have console.readLine. So that's our num1, and now we need our num2. So we can just copy and paste that, and there we go. What we now need to have is answer. So what we should have done is up here, int answer. So we would have answer equals, and then in there we would have in brackets num1 plus num2, and we're going to divide that by 2. So we're going to do if answer. So it's basically saying, is the answer less than 100? So we're going to use the less than comparison operator. So if answer is less than 100, we are going to say the average answer. So if it's less than 100, we're going to say, we'll do a console.writeLine and say the average answer is. Then we're going to do a plus, and then we're going to say answer. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to introduce an else statement. So we're going to do else, just do console.writeLine and just say goodbye. And let's put semicolon there to make sure we get it right. So I'm going to run it. Yep, it will take time, it's C#, so I'm going to enter 22, 33 is 55, average answer is 27. So it's less than 100. But I'm going to make sure I do a number that's over 100 now, just to test it. So I'm going to do 302, and I'm just going to do 12. Because the average number is over 100, it's gone straight into the else statement for goodbye. And that is our flowchart done. So now we're on tasks 4 and 5. These are the final ones we're going to do in this video. So what do we need to do? We need to ask the user if they like pizza. If they say yes, then print out I like pizza too. Otherwise, we're going to say my favorite food is pizza. So it's an if and else. So we're going to do a string called pizza. And then we're going to do console.writeLine. Say what is your favorite food? Then we're going to do pizza is, we're going to do convert to string. And then we're going to do console.readline. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to do if pizza is equal to yes. And we can do or logical operators, so it'll be shift backslash or pizza is equal to yes. Just to name two examples. Then we're going to say console.writeLine. I like pizza too. Otherwise, we're going to say, we're going to do else, we're going to do console.writeLine, and we're going to say, my favorite food is pizza. Nice and simple. Let's run. Yep, it'll take its time. So what's my favorite food? So if pizza is yes, it's going to say I like pizza too. Or we could say, is pizza your favorite food? We could say that instead. Make it more meaningful, rather than just what is your favorite food. Because that could mean anything. Okay, is pizza your favorite food? I'm going to say no. And it'll say my favorite food is pizza. I'm going to do one last test just to satisfy that yes, in all upper cases. So we're going to do yes, and it's going to say I like pizza too. So we've satisfied all of the conditions. What we could have done is we could have done another or and put y, and so on. But I'm not going to do that in this case, but you can do this if you wanted to. And so on. Okay? So that is the task. Last task is our password program like we did before. So we're going to ask the user to enter a password. They say let me in, display access granted, otherwise we're going to say access denied. So what we can do is we can get what we've done in task 2 already, which is this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do else and just say access denied. So it's literally an extension of what we've done in task 2. So we've got the string being a password, asking the user to enter it. And if it's let me in, we say access granted. Otherwise, we're going to say access denied. But I'm going to test them both anyway, even though it's the same thing, but we've just extended it slightly. So I'm going to say, let me in, bingo. Run that one again. I'm going to say, let me in. I've done a capital M there. So I'm going to enter that as access denied. So these are all, and that is all 5 of those tasks that we've done in C#. And right there. And that takes us, yep, so that takes us to the end of all 5 tasks. I will do another one. I will do another video for part 2 where I go over more if statement tasks. So please be sure to hit that like. And please also remember to hit that subscribe button. And another way to subscribe is to just click on this link, which is below each video I place. And if you like my content and you want to find out more about what I do, I've also got an online course called Introduction to Computer Systems on the Udemy website. So you just need to click on it. And there we go. So this is my online course, Introduction to Computer Systems. So this is the landing page for that course. So in it, you will learn. So these are some of the things we'll learn, like explaining the role of the central processing unit, describe the components of the CPU, provide an introduction to assembly language, which is low-level programming, explain the factors that affect the performance of the central processing unit, and I've also put in another bit that I'm interested in, the physics of overclocking the CPU, which may me develop an interest in electronics and also physics. So there's a lot more to it than even we realized. So this is the course content. So you've got computer systems, so I'm introducing you to it. Then I'm going into the different forms of architecture and assembly language. Then I'm going into the factors that affect it and the physics of overclocking the CPU. And then I'm going into logic, so combinational logic systems, making the logic gates, sequential logic systems, semiconductors. Then I go into all things binary, where we introduce you to number systems, all the way down to doing binary and sound, images and text. And then finally we got input and output devices and the different forms of storage, so that's where memory will come in. And then my assessment is basically one big quiz of 30 questions. So you don't need any knowledge to do this course. All you need is a computer with stable internet connection. So that's all you really need there. And why you should do the course? Well, wherever I don't know, I'll go out and learn it. So the way my brain is wired is I'm on the autism spectrum. So it will be an asset in helping you get through the online courses that we provide. So we understand how to explain things in simple terms due to my teaching background. So you could think of us as a real-life version of, say, a Sheldon Cooper from Big Bang Theory, minus the rudeness, or a C-3PO, but without the glitches. So I'm on the autism spectrum, so we're on the autism spectrum and have a rough idea on how to talk to them and relate to them. And my teaching style is that style I've crafted and one that works in a way that some people don't get if they only had tuition in the classroom or just want to study the subject a lot more. So this course provides you with the opportunity to go further than you would in the subject that you want to pursue. So those are some of the reasons why you should consider buying this online course, because once you buy it, it's yours for a lifetime. For some of my videos, I will go through programming tasks. So if you want to do these yourself, I have put a REPL link below on my programming videos. So you just click on REPL, and this is what you need if you haven't signed up at all. So you just click sign up. If you've got an account, you just click login, and once you've logged in or signed up, this is the page that will appear. So if I was to log in right now, this is the page, so this will appear. So that will be the page there. And in addition to all that, I am also a private tutor where I offer my private tutoring services specializing in ICT and computer science. And I look forward for you coming to me for lessons. Goodbye for now.